Welcome everyone to another video for Midian Gaming. We are doing part 2 to the reveals that came out on the weekend or on the Friday before for Aria during the Vegas lineup. So not a lot's on the website for me to use at the moment, and the best place that I'm getting pictures at the moment is the Discord. So apologies if the cards aren't up to the same quality as has been on the other videos, but I think it's more important to get those cards out and start talking about them. Yep. All right, let's get started. Straight in, we're with the Flash. The next, all right, it's a 0 cost, 2 block. It is a lightning action, and this is a rare, so it does come in all 3 colors. The next action card you play this turn with a cost of 1 or greater gains Go Again. And this card obviously has Go Again by itself. So we are seeing lightning out there with Go Again. It is crazy. It is going to be super aggressive, and the cards themselves are giving Go Again, which is so important. Yeah, now this one does have a requirement that the card has to cost 1 or greater, which is good to see. I don't want to see just 0 cards getting the Go Again for nothing. I think it's a great card. I'd love to have seen this, you know. Can we please have a lightning ninja? Yeah. we have so many ninjas with electricity coming out of their eyes. Even Katsu's got something happening with his eyes. It would be great to have an elemental ninja. Just putting it out there. All right, let's keep going. Sigil of Suffering. Deal 1 arcane damage to the attacking hero. If you have dealt arcane damage this turn, Sigil of Suffering gains +1 defense. So look at that. If you have dealt arcane damage this turn, it gains +1 defense. So somehow you're doing damage on defense, and this will get a +1. Is it useful? Looks like it's, I think that's a common symbol. Yeah, common. And so it comes in all 3 colors, 0 cost. Yeah, I'm not that look, it's a Runeblade defense reaction. I'm not really sold on it, to be honest. A 2 block, yeah, not great. But you know what? Let's see what those Runeblade plays come out with. All right, let's keep going. Overflex. Flex. Your next attack action card this turn gains +4. This is a ranger action, a welcome ranger action. Is that a 1 cost? I believe it's a 1 cost 2 block, just like a lot of other ranger cards. It is a common, so it does come in 3 colors. So obviously with the blue, it's going to be +2. Not too bad, especially if you're putting it in the deck for its energy resource reasoning. It's also got reload and Go Again. So yeah, especially if you have to pay for it. I really don't know. I don't know about this card. Look, the extra pluses on the card is good, and the fact that it's got Go Again after you place it is good itself. I think the reason for this is the reload. It's so important. All right. Inspire Lightning. Oh, you inspire it. Okay, it's got Lightning Fusion. If Inspire Lightning was fused, deal 1 arcane damage to target hero. It blocks for 2 costs. I think that's a 1 in there. And it's a common, so it comes in all 3 colors. Yeah, fair go. It's just a standard Runeblade action. Does not have Go Again. Yeah, it's just for dealing that 1 arcane damage. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Yeah, no attack. Yep. Love to see how it gets used. All right, another lightning action. Lightning Surge. If Lightning Surge is played from Arsenal, it gains Go Again. Yeah, 2 attack. That has to be a 0 cost. It has to be. It's a common card, comes in 3 colors, so the attack's going to be 3 and 4. On the red, taking 2 cards to block it on a standard attack action is good. As a blue, still pretty good. You know what? You've got to Go Again. You're doing 2 attack. The 2 defense really hurts it. Yeah, just in with the other cards. Cracker Jacks. Destroy Cracker Jacks. The next attack action card you play this turn gains +1 attack. Go Again. This is a generic equipment, and it's on the arms. Doesn't block for anything, so all it does is give it +1 on the attack. I'm not a big fan of this. got to understand this is a generic equipment, so it's not going to be in line with any of the character ones. Overall, if you're looking at it, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it's nice to have these cards that fill that small little gap, because you never know where the game goes and where it takes you and what character builds that you're making up, that cards like this might just be an option. Yeah, it might surprise an opponent that, you know, something like this hits a table and the opponent's like, can I just look at that card? I've got to remember what it does. Yeah. All right, Entangle. Earth Fusion. If Entangle was fused, it gains, if this hits a hero, their first attack during the next turn has -2. Pretty damaging. I cannot for the life of me tell what that cost is. I'm guessing, well, that's an important one. Look at that. It's coming through for 7 attack, 3 defense. This is a common card. I can't see the cost on that. I'm sorry. Judging by this, I would say it's going to be a 2 or a 3 attack. I'd be surprised if it wasn't a 3 attack. 3 resources, sorry. Yeah, I just wish I had a cleaner picture of that card. All right, Lightning Press. Interesting graphic. Yeah, it's got the trident going into it. Target attack action card with a cost of 1 or less gains +2. So not with the go again, but +2 on the attack. I feel that this may be less used than the go again, but it does have 0 costs. This is the yellow, so possibly red is +3, blue is +1. Yeah, just one of those cards that sits into that slot as an instant. It's not blocking, it's not attacking, it's just taking up another card slot and another card that you play. It's not really doing anything to improve your game state other than, you know, the pluses on that. The go again is so much worth so much more, and like taking up a slot there without the defense, it's just tough unless you really need attacks hitting for that extra damage. I can see this towards an end of game where those lightning attacks are doing some extra damage and you're punching this through with possibly 1 or 2 of these in the deck right at the end, and then you do it. Being a yellow, pretty good in that regard, giving the +2 and staying there for a 2 pitch. So yeah, it depends on how the rest of the deck goes. All right, big thumb in the way of this card. Look at that. Look at the guy's cuticles. So nice. Look at that. Definitely a man that looks after his nails and fingers. All right. Once per turn action. This is Titan's Fist. Pay 3 to attack. When there is a card with cost 3 or greater in the pitch zone, Titan's Fist gains +1. It's already coming across for 3. This is a one-handed weapon. Take note of that. That's pretty good. It is a 3 attack, potentially coming through for 4 damage, which is standard Guardian you would expect, having a 3 pitch with a cost of 3 or greater. So the cost of the card has to be 3 or greater, which once again is not that hard for Guardian. I really don't know how this card would fit against many of the other weapons. It's nice to have in there, and for someone that can't get or doesn't want to pay the money for some of the bigger weapons, then this will probably do its part. Where there'll be future videos where we compare different things. So yeah. All right, Guardian one-handed. All right, Polar Blast. All right, big thumb in the way again, but this is an ice action. It is a common, so it will come in all 3 colors. Target opposing hero may pay 2. If they don't, your next attack this turn gains Dominate. Ooh, so merely putting this down on the table. Now, if it's played from Arsenal, you draw a card as well. So it pretty much replaces itself except for the 1 cost, unless you've got something on the table that gives you a 1 cost, say an energy potion or anything like that you're using. Forcing them to pretty much discard a card or pay 2 somehow in order for you not to get Dominate on your next card. This is an ice action, so a lot of the frostbites are coming into it and you don't want them to hit, and this is just another thing forcing through that damage. So it's going to be interesting to see how such cards as this are going to be used. Already ice is so punishing to the opponent, and cards like this, while changing their little game state as well, insofar as this taking up room, only blocking for 2 and so forth, if they keep this in hand, they'll get a good turn out of it if they've got the resources for it. Yeah. All right, what have we got next? Turn Timber, Earth Fusion. If turned Timber was fused, it gains +2 defense. It's an Elemental Guardian defense reaction for 2. They're potentially getting 8. Wow. Just what Guardian needs is more defense. Yeah. And this one's a really big one. Wow. I am dreading taking my Ninja deck up against all 4 of these decks, really. Like, all 3 of these decks, I should say. These colors, their ability to do dual cards and that, wow. Cards like this, very punishing on offense when you are trying to get stuff through. Very good. Elemental Guardian, jeez. All right, Break Ground. Now, when you attack with Break Ground, you may put a card from your arsenal on the bottom of your deck. If you do, draw a card. All right, so interesting. If you're stuck with something in your arsenal, what the Earth is doing in this, and from other cards that we've seen that do this ability, is able to get you to change your game state as well. That maybe when you put that card in the arsenal, you had a plan and things have changed. These cards are allowing you to change it up a bit, get another card in your hand, something that's more viable perhaps for that turn, and to just dunk that one back under the deck. It's not really a throwaway or anything like that. It's a very interesting mechanic, and it's really going to change the game state of various things. Earth seems to have quite this quite well, and combined with Ice, it's going to be crazy good. Crazy good. In itself, it's coming through for 5. This is blue, so we're possibly looking at red coming through for 7. It does only block for 2. Okay, so cards like this are going to be so much more important, especially if you're having cards like this in your deck as well, only blocking for 2. Yeah. Biting Gale, Elemental Guardian defense reaction. So they get another one. Ice Fusion. If Biting Gale was fused, the attacking hero discards a card unless they pay 2. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Could you imagine? Yeah. Imagine they're holding a card in their hand ready to surprise you with an attack reaction, and you put down this as your defense reaction, forcing them to stuff up that turn where they're hoping to get through with even a minuscule of damage in order for some hit effect to go off. Yeah, very good card. It is a rare, no wonder, and obviously will come in all 3 colors. I wonder what the red and the blue are going to have. Maybe the red might have pay 3 and the blue has pay 1. Yeah, very, very good. Yeah, Biting Gale. Blizzard Bolt. All right, Elemental Ranger action. Here we go. Ice Fusion. If Blizzard Bolt was fused, whenever an attack deals damage to a hero this turn, create a Frostbite token under their control. So there you go. We've got Ranger coming out, trying to get those arrows through with Frostbite, just to really mess up the opponent's turn. 3 block, which is one of the few Ranger cards that blocks for 3 that we've seen. And obviously coming through for attacks of 5, 4, and 3. So this 5 is pretty good. Too bad you don't get that high attack with a high pitch as well, costing 1. I can see this being put into some decks, even if it was like only 2 or 3 of a particular color, for sure. All right. Flicker Wisp. Lightning Fusion. If Flicker Wisp was fused until the end of your turn, action card effects you control that deal arcane damage. So effects you control that deal arcane damage and still deal that much arcane damage +1. Deal 1 arcane damage to target hero. Just as a good riddance, yeah? As a thank you very much. This is a Majestic. It does only block for 2. Gee, I can't even remember a Majestic blocking for less than 3. It is a 0 cost and 2 pitch. So, you know, it's a unique card. It's quite interesting. Majestic, it's going to be used. It's going to be really annoying that arcane damage. Can you afford to take 1 or 2, and this one doing 1? And if it does 1, it does 2. Annoying. Wow, Flicker Wisp, very nice, very nice. And the last card that we have on this is Ragamuffin's Hat. So as an instant, generic head equipment doesn't block for anything. Destroy Ragamuffin's Hat, draw a card, then put a card from your hand on the top or bottom of your deck. Interesting. Activate this ability only if you have one card in hand. Even more interesting. I wonder where this would be going. Like, destroy the hat, draw a card, then put a card from your hand on the top or bottom of your deck. Activate this ability only if you have one card in hand. That's a tough one. It really is. Like, straight away, I don't know why my mind went straight to Brute with a Ragamuffin Hat.
Oh my.
Could you imagine Brute using it? Like, they get their Intimidates off. They've still got some resources left on the table, and they break Ragamuffin's Hat, draw another card just to see if they've got another line of player, if they can increase something, and then they put one either on the bottom or the top. Look, it's good for that aggressive type deck that feels like it's going to be using those cards. But yeah, it just really falls into that generic equipment of, you know, there's so much better out there, but it's nice that it fills that small little spot because someone might find some reason to use it and use it well. Yeah, something that someone like myself isn't looking at right at the moment. Yeah. All right. I think that's the end. Yes, it is. All right. Guys, do you agree? Do you disagree with anything? Have I missed anything? Put it down in the comments. I love getting back to all the comments. If you're liking these videos, give it a thumbs up. If you're enjoying the channel, give it a subscribe. It's a second of your time. It's a lifetime of love for us. Look at that. I got it out. I didn't stumble. I didn't do anything. Have a great one, guys. See you on the next video. See you all.
Grr, arg.